Hello and welcome to the Dharma Life podcast. I'm your host, Aloise.life Middleton, creator of the Dharma Life Academy and host of the Dharma Life podcast. I'm a transformational teacher and ascension guide, and every week I release videos which help you build the life you desire in alignment with your soul. Now is an incredible time to be building your 5D life. And each week I'll be interviewing incredible thought leaders and also sharing information and gnosis myself about how you can build a life in alignment with your soul. And this week we are talking about how you can unlock your abundance. And in this video, you will learn why now is the time to go from 3D to 5D, from doing to being, from hustle to flow. And I'm going to show you how you can start that process. I'm also going to be sharing with you some of the major poverty consciousness traps that humanity has been kept in for the last 2,000 years. Literally, we have been trapped in our own poverty consciousness, stopping us ascending and stopping us really evolving. And I'm going to be showing you how to avoid those traps. And then finally, we are going to be looking at the key thing from the Great Awakening, which you need to be taking away and acting on. And really, if you've learned anything from the Great Awakening, it should be this. So welcome to the Dharma Life podcast. As I said, my name is Aloise.life Middleton. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. It's really great having you guys subscribing. If you are interested, you can come join my Being 5D Facebook group. It's a free Facebook group. And this week, we're talking about how you can unlock your abundance. Now, part of the spiritual journey and part of the spiritual path is to go from doing to being. Now, I wanted to share with you a little bit about my journey and my story from an unlocking my abundance perspective. Some of you may know my journey, my story. I've gone from nervous breakdown in my 20s, chronic depression, drug and alcohol problems, to obviously doing what I do today, which is helping the collective move up. And I've also been on a journey with my finances and with my abundance. So I have gone obviously from working in a job that at points I really hated, to having my own business and to also being financially free. I was financially free at the age of 31. I built a property portfolio in my 20s, inadvertently, I might add. I'll explain that story a little bit more. But I was financially free at the age of 31, which then enabled me to lean into my passion, which initially was coaching, which has then led on to me, obviously, more doing the spiritual teaching and studying the Akashic records. Now, one of the traps that humanity has been caught in is we've been so busy trying to make a living and survive that we don't have time for our spirituality. We have literally been taught as a collective that money solves everything. Have a think about this. Does money make you feel safe and secure? The chances are you said yes. The chances are it makes me feel safe and secure. Now, I've really examined this because we have been purposely kept in survival, or we've been purposely tricked into believing that money literally will solve everything. And most of us think if we have more money, then life would be just be okay. Like, all we need is a bit more to get by. Now, I'm here to tell you that money is a trap in itself because there's never enough. And actually, money is not something that is going to solve all your problems. You know, more money you have, generally, probably the more money problems you will have. Really, real fulfillment and satisfaction comes from within, and it comes from doing our Dharma. It comes from living our purpose. And being a student of the Akashic records, I literally see how your consciousness progresses, and how we do our Dharma and how we raise our vibration is to do our Dharma on a daily basis. So it's to go from essentially working in a job we hate or being an entrepreneur into our service to others role and living and creating an abundant life there. And when I do clearings for people, when I work with people, I help them shift their blocks that are stopping them from living their purpose. And that is how we progress on our consciousness journey. So I've been very lucky because inadvertently I managed to create enough income that enabled me then to lean into my purpose and really train and do the things that lit me up. And now I find myself here, obviously teaching others and helping others bridge the gap from 3D to 5D. Now, I share that with you because I know part of my purpose and part of my Dharma now is to help people unlock their abundance. I literally had to upgrade my thought processes and my money programming. You know, if I look at where I was when I was younger, coming from a family who squeaky isn't, I suppose, is squeaky if you're American means quite tight. Who are careful with the money, careful with the pennies, look after the pennies look after their pounds, to now living, I understand and know that money is energy, and actually by letting go and letting money circulate, there's always going to be enough money. But my thought patterns have had to change from, oh, I need to be really careful, to completely letting go and understanding that money is energy. Now that in itself is quite a big journey. And the way I want you to look at it is it's like upgrading your phone and the software on your phone. If you think about what happens to our phones, we basically get a notification to say, oh, you need to upgrade your phone now, this is out of date. And as we go from 3D to 5D, that is what we need to do with our programming. Humanity has been kept in poverty consciousness programming. You know, we have been kept as debt slaves, and we've been kept in a society where there's been wars and problems, and all of those things make us feel unsafe. And we've been taught the solution to that problem is to have more money. So think about it now, materialism and consumerism, you know, we've been taught having that pair of jeans, having that jumper is going to kind of make us feel good and make us feel better. And everybody watching, I'm sure you've been guilty, myself included, of buying something when we feel like shit. Because it's a way of distracting us from our inner emotions. Again, we're looking outside of ourselves, not looking within. So we have to start to see out of this illusion. Money is not going to make you happy. What will make you happy is being fulfilled internally and doing your Dharma and essentially being of service to other people. So the poverty consciousness traps that people have been kept in, you know, if you look at the working class, for example, they're very much taught that, you know, money almost is the root of all evil. Now, if you've got the programming of scarcity and you've been brought up in a scarcity environment, your programming is effectively imprinted in your nervous system between 0 and 7. So if you grow up in a lot of lack and struggle, we create our reality. So that lack and struggle you're going to repeat in the future. The key thing that you need to be taking away from this great awakening is the fact that we humans are multidimensional beings and we create our own reality. And we do this through our thoughts, feelings, and emotions and our actions. So if you are a working class individual, and again, the class system in itself is a poverty consciousness trap. But if you have a lower level of money consciousness, which I would mean that you are in a scarcity place, you will need to upgrade your thinking and your emotions. And that is something that I can help you do. The middle classes have also been kept in a consciousness trap. They've been taught to have the money and have the house and have the car and have all the things that they can't afford. And then they're working in a job just over broke to effectively pay off the debt that they have created. So they're continually on this hamster wheel and they can't get off. They don't have time to develop their spirituality. Now, the upper classes, same, the poverty, but the consciousness trap that they've been kept in is they have to have the latest designer thing. You know, they have to have the Chanel, the Gucci, you know, and again, all of that stuff is just telling us that we're not good enough, first of all, and that stuff is going to save us. And as humanity wakes up, literally, we have to own that we are part of the problem. If we are buying things that are made in sweatshops, we are part of the problem. So humanity is going through this great awakening period, and we are waking up to the fact that money essentially is not going to save us. And really, we are here to create this abundant new 5D earth. Now, my job is to help you and support you and help you move through these consciousness traps. There are so many consciousness traps out there at the moment. One of them is just watching videos 24/7 about what is happening with this great awakening. I'm going to remind you, 80-20. 80% of your time should be creating your reality, and 20% of your time should be on understanding what's going on right now. Most people are the other way around. They're 80% knowing, literally watching every single thing, most of which probably is misinformation or disinformation. The key thing you need to understand is you create your reality. And moving forward, yes, I do believe that we are going into this abundant 5D earth, but we have to create it. It comes from our thoughts, our imagination. So look at what Hollywood has been doing. Look at what the mainstream media has been doing. They've been controlling our reality. The television has been literally creating our reality. Now we have to own our power and take our power back and really create the reality and the future that we want. So you may have seen I am running my Unlock Your Abundance Challenge. It starts 25th. This video will go out on the Friday before. So I am cordially inviting you to come and upgrade your money program. We are going to be working in the Akashic Records to clear any spiritual blocks that you might have to abundance. Sometimes we have taken vows of poverty in a past life. Sometimes we've taken contracts, which mean that we have to sort of work hard for a living. We're going to be clearing out our Akashic record of blocks. We're also going to be visualizing and creating our abundant 5D life future. It's very important that we know where we're going, know what we want, not how we're going to create it, because we have to be of the vibration of that visualization. You can't create from where you are something different. The definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again. So let me explain that again. Most people go around having an idea that they want to do this or maybe do this, but their vibration is all over the place. They're not aligned. So what we need to do as multidimensional beings to create our future is visualize in the fourth dimension what we actually want, and then take aligned action to that visualization. So I'm going to be explaining this and a lot more in the Unlock Your Abundance Challenge. We're also going to be doing some energy work. We're going to be playing bingo. We're going to be playing abundance bingo, because life should be fun. We're going to be doing random acts of kindness as a collective. Life should be high vibrational. Life should be fun. And we feel good when we are in service to other people. So please do come and join us. I'm going to put all the links underneath this video. I'm going to be explaining how we've been kept in poverty consciousness traps, how we can move out of the illusion, and how we can create the reality that we really, really deserve. So come and join us. It's going to be a huge amount of fun. The Unlock Your Abundance Challenge. Come and meet more like-minded individuals. Come and meet soul family. Come and meet people on the same wavelength. And I really would encourage you, now is the time to own and take your power back. You're going to have to do this work at some stage. So why not start doing it now? If you think that, Gazara's going to come in and everything's going to be fine, you're still going to need to do the inner work. We all have a responsibility to do our inner work, to integrate our shadow, to move up, to upgrade our software to this 5D new earth, and to understand that we as the citizens are creating that new energy and that new planet. So thank you for listening. I love you all. Really appreciate you, and I love being on the journey with you. And I would love you to tell me in the comments below what you've taken away from this video. And I would love to see you inside the challenge. We're starting on Monday. It's going to be amazing. So come and join us in the Unlock Your Abundance Challenge. Thank you so much for listening to the Dharma Life podcast. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. Please come over and say hello on my Instagram, our Facebook group, and also please let me know what you thought. So if you are listening, please take a screenshot of the podcast that you are listening to. tag me on Instagram and I will reshare your post. And please let me know what it is that you got out of today's episode. Remember, when we do our Dharma, we are happier, healthier, we live longer, and we have a deep sense of unshakable inner peace.